Hi ladies. So sorry that the last live video that I posted would not stay on Facebook, but I wanted to just go ahead and redo this video really quick because I think this information is super important. Basically, going into the fall is really an awesome time to be a part of this business. So many people are looking for free items to fill up stockings and for upcoming events. There's just lots of opportunities to offer gifts this time of year, as you all know. So I would definitely, and people are more inclined right now to shop from direct sales anyway, and these books can only be bought through us. So I just would not shy away from texting, private messaging, and doing a little booking blitz, and just making sure when you're doing that, just to make it sound as genuine and just like the way you would present this in any other form. I noticed that when I introduce this in person to people or ask people if they'd like to put this on their calendar, I rarely hear the word no. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I'm just forced to speak genuinely in how I typically do to them. So, maybe it would help for you to kind of speak out loud how you would like to ask a host or a potential host to put a booking on their calendar. So this is an awesome time to participate in Katie Allen's event tonight at 8 p.m. So make sure that you follow along with that, post a graphic, and there are tons of girls right now that are also in on this. So you're going to get lots of traffic, and you know how Facebook works, so that's really going to boost it on everybody else's timeline. All your friends are going to see this, and it's just a great time. So great opportunity, definitely take advantage of that. The next thing I was wanting to talk to you about is, I know many of you maybe took a break over the summer, or just getting back in the game, or brand new. So I always think that a little refresher on hostess coaching and conducting a party is always really great. I would definitely look into the files on our page under Book Smarts and click on Conducting a Party. You're going to find how I conduct a party and from start to finish, the minute that she says she wants to book a party all the way till we close out her party in that file. So if you haven't looked at that already, take a look at that. You can copy and paste any of the wording that I use, and it's there for you to use as far as a timeline and how I go about doing that. If you don't have time, to communicate with them every single day, that's totally fine. I actually do not recommend that you do that. I have noticed that can sometimes really wear on a host, but 3 to 4 days I am making, and I make it fun. I'm always like, here's my daily update. It's so fun chatting with you. I always make it really friendly and fun so she doesn't get annoyed with me. So 3 to 4 days out, make sure that you're making constant daily contact with her. Get her the reward sheet, explain that. That's going to immediately build her interest in seeing that, oh, I've got to take ownership of this. So I need to interact with my guests and make sure that they know about this party. I'm going to be posting on my timeline. I'm going to be private messaging those who have not RSVP'd yet. One other thing that I was going to share with you guys is I have been a day out from parties, going ahead and telling my host that at this time, if we're not at the 25 RSVP mark for the free $9.99 book, I am going to go ahead and honor that if you can get X amount of RSVPs or people who comment on the welcome post at 8:30 or whatever time you start your parties. I start my parties at 8:30. So if they're able to do that, that's going to still energize them and not get them discouraged. I've noticed that some of my hosts get discouraged when I give them that challenge and they don't meet it, and their participation just really declines. So I like to still give them an incentive there, because if you've got 12 people at the welcome host, that's great. So that's that's going to be an awesome party for you. I'm also tagging everybody in the welcome post. I think I've said that several times, but make sure you tag them in the welcome post, anybody that hasn't shown up, especially if you've made a book recommendation for them. They a lot of times just forget, and that little tag will help get them on the post. So kind of just a timeline of things I do. I'm, giving them that video that's on my Conducting a Party file about the $9.99 book. I'm giving them the rewards chart. And if they're over, a certain number of RSVPs, and regardless, if they're below that, I'm still offering them this, but I'm still introducing the business to them. I'm sharing a video with them about what it's like to be a book lady, and I'm sharing my experiences with them. Your own enthusiasm and your why as to why you joined Usborne is going to really boost your host's attention to and she's going to view you differently looking at the way you conduct the party. She's going to sit back and think, oh, can I do this? Is this something I'm going to be able to do? So definitely kind of switch her thinking towards, maybe I can be a book lady. And one way to do that is to make sure that she knows that we're on an auto programmer, and make it as simple as you possibly can to her. A lot of times when I signed up, I did not even know about the auto programmer, and that was in the back of my mind. The reason that I did not want to be a book lady is because I could not be posting every single post as many times as the lady who I hosted the party for was doing. So make sure they know about the auto programmer. I think that's really important. And lastly, making recommendations on the page. If you can't do anything else, set down a time, just 10 minutes, and just copy and paste a couple recommendations in there and why you're recommending them. Every time I go back and I look at my sales and I compare what I recommended to what they purchased, I 100% of the time can at least find one book they've purchased because I've recommended it. So definitely take the time to do that. Another thing besides tonight's little graphic that you're going to post on your timeline, and we're all going to comment on it, to get bookings. I've reached out to preschools, and I have had, for right now, I'm 3 for 3 on getting bookings for a preschool. So I have three bookings this fall for preschools, and I've taken out a consignment order. If you're not outside of your incentive period, you cannot take consignment out, but you can do an online easy book fair, and I'm doing that as well. So if you have any questions about preschool book fairs, daycare book fairs, anything like that, I would love to answer any questions. You do not have to be an educational consultant. You are free to book with any type of preschool. If they do have a kindergarten in that preschool, you are going to need to be an educational consultant. And at this time, we are not able to do that. So when they lift that, we will be free to go ahead and reach out to area preschools that have kindergarten. You can do elementary schools, high schools, whatever your heart desires. So definitely get your feet wet with preschools. If you've got some openings on your calendar, it's a great time. I'm already having women come up to me, moms, teachers, and ask me about the business as I'm setting up my preschool book fairs. So it's going to be, I think, really successful, and I'm excited to see how it turns out. So be sure to check in with Katie Allen's event tonight. I think it'll be really worth your time, and ask me any questions. I'm super excited about this time of year, and I'm super excited about everything that's ahead. So love doing this with you all, and have a great rest of your Sunday. Talk to you later.